Hey everyone, welcome back. I've got something really fun for you today. We are going to recreate those eye-catching, bouncy subtitles you see all over Reels and TikTok right inside Adobe Premiere Pro. But here's the twist. I'll also show you how to speed the entire process up and scale it using Vizard, so you don't have to do this by hand for every single clip. If you know the basics of Premiere, this whole trick will be an absolute breeze. If you're brand new to this, just stick with me. I promise to walk you through it like a friend sitting right next to you. Let's jump right into the software and get this started. First things first, open up your Premiere project and import the clip or the voiceover audio you want to subtitle. I've got a voiceover here I specifically want to turn into bouncing lyrics. Yes, literally making the text sing. So select that audio track and head over to the text panel to begin the transcription process. If you don't immediately see the text panel, don't stress at all. Just go up to the window menu and toggle text on to bring it right up. Once you have it open, click the Create Transcription button to start. You will need to select your language, but I always keep mine set to English for this. Since this is a solo recording, I use the single speaker mode for the most accurate results. Make sure you select the correct audio track and then hit that final transcribe button. Premiere will now crunch the numbers and spit out a full transcription in just a few seconds. It is rarely ever perfect on the first pass, so you should always skim through it quickly. Take a moment to fix any weird bits or obvious errors that the AI might have made. When you're finally happy with how it reads, click those three little dots and choose Create Captions, or just click the dedicated button. In the Caption Settings window, go into Preferences to start tweaking the appearance options. Set the maximum characters per line down to 7 if you want those tighter, word-by-word captions. Also, set the minimum duration to about 1.2 seconds, so each subtitle has a little bit of breathing room. Make sure you choose the single-line captions option, and then just leave the rest of the settings as they are for now. Now, hit that Create Captions button and Premiere will bake your new subtitles directly onto the timeline. Play it back once or twice and make any small timing tweaks if something feels slightly off. Now we move on to the visual style for that signature look. So select all your captions and open up Essential Graphics from the window menu. In the Essential Graphics Edit tab, it's time to pick your go-to font for this effect. I personally like Montserrat Bold for this specific bounce look, but that depends on your frame size. Pump the size up. I'm usually around 200, but you'll need to adjust based on your actual frame size. Next, center align the text for perfect balance and convert the whole thing to uppercase for maximum punch. Change the fill color to something that pops. I went with a dark blue for this demo. Crucially, turn off the drop shadow option to ensure a cleaner, sharper bounce effect later on. Once you have those styles set, close Essential Graphics to free up that valuable screen real estate. So far, we've got perfectly timed styled captions. That's great progress. But animating dozens of individual captions manually for that bounce? Absolutely not. Here's the game-changing trick for that classic bouncy effect. Select all captions again. Navigate to the graphics menu at the top and choose the option to upgrade caption to graphics. This crucial step moves each caption from the locked caption track to regular graphic layers. Now, they are fully animatable using the standard tools, which is exactly what we need. Open the effects panel, which is probably already open, and search for the Distort category. Inside Distort, you are looking for the transform effect to apply to your first title layer. Drag the transform effect directly onto the very first title graphic in your timeline. Flip over to the Effect Controls panel to see all the parameters for that newly applied effect. If you cannot see Effect Controls, just head to Window and toggle Effect Controls on. It's always hiding somewhere. We are going to keyframe the scale property to create that signature pop-in zoom. Add your very first keyframe right at the beginning of the clip's duration. I typically space the animation out for about 6 frames total to give it a really snappy pop. For this initial keyframe, set the scale value all the way down to 0 for a true pop-in zoom effect. Pro tip time. Premiere sometimes has a visual bug where scale equals 0 still displays the word. If that happens, just set the value to 1 instead. It's a weird quirk, but that one little number fixes it completely. Now add your second keyframe where you want the text to reach its final full scale. To make that motion feel smooth and less robotic, right-click the End keyframe and choose Easy Ease. This will prepare the animation curve for a beautiful, natural acceleration and deceleration. Expand the transform layer options to access the motion blur settings. Set the shutter angle to about 180 degrees for a nice, subtle motion blur as it scales up. If you want the animation to play faster, simply move those two keyframes closer together on the timeline. To slow it down, spread those keyframes out further apart to give it more time to bloom. Play it back now and tweak the spacing until that pop has the exact personality you're looking for. Now comes the biggest time saver of the whole tutorial, copying this transform effect. Select the transform effect in Effect Controls and choose Edit to Copy, just like any other clip. Next, select every single other title layer on your timeline that you want to receive this animation. Make sure you exclude the one you already animated, then hit Edit, Paste. Premiere intelligently pastes that exact same scale animation across every single graphic layer simultaneously. You only had to set up that complex keyframe animation one single time. That's the power of this technique. From this point, you can go in and vary position, rotation, or color per line for some flair. But the heaviest lifting, the animation setup, is already completely automated for you. If you want an even smoother, more organic, slightly springy bounce, expand each clip layer. You need to adjust the speed graph, which is the Curves tab, on those scale keyframes you just made. Gently push those ease values so the text actually overshoots its final size and settles back just a little. That little overshoot action is what creates the visual springiness we are after. And yes, you can definitely combine this with opacity fades, rotations, or staggered start times for a truly dynamic lyric video. Okay, this is where our friend Vizard comes in and completely changes the scaling game. Premiere Pro is unmatched for one-off projects that require that pixel-perfect, hands-on control. But when you're producing tons of clips, like turning a whole podcast episode into 20 social clips, it becomes a massive time sink. Vizard automates the heavy lifting by scanning your long video and finding the most engaging moments automatically. It then creates ready-to-post clips complete with captions and your preferred styling templates. Instead of manually scrubbing and marking every highlight, let Vizard find them. Then bring those clips into Premiere for fine-tuning, like our bounce effect. It truly is the best of both worlds. Automation meets creative control. So why consider Vizard over the other tools out there promising automatic clip creation? There are a bunch of services that do automatic clips or captions, often cloud editors or single-clip apps. Descript is powerful, but it can get pricey quickly if you're producing many exports every month. Capwing has some really good features, but its multi-account management and scheduling capabilities are often limited. And straight-up Premiere gives you that ultimate control, but it completely lacks any form of easy scale. Vizard really sits right in that sweet spot for creators like us. It auto-edits those viral microclips from your long video content effortlessly. It offers built-in caption styling, so you bypass the manual transcription step entirely. Plus, it has an auto-schedule feature where you just set how often you want to post. Vizard then queues those clips up perfectly for you to go out at the right time. The content calendar view shows everything in one organized dashboard, so you can tweak or reschedule easily. For creators who publish a lot, this integrated workflow genuinely saves hours every single week. Now, this is not about replacing Premiere Pro. Not at all. Think of Vizard as your ultimate assistant that handles all the repetitive grunt work for you. It finds the viral moments, drafts the short clips, and auto-generates suggested titles and captions. Then you batch download those clips and bring a handful into Premiere for that custom bouncing subtitle look we just built. Alternatively, you can use Vizard's built-in caption templates to get very close to the final look without ever leaving the browser. A quick note on maintaining personality: you absolutely do not have to make every single subtitle look identical. Vizard lets you apply different font and color presets specifically per clip, or even randomize them. This randomization keeps your feed looking fresh and prevents your audience from getting visually bored. If you're making a lyric video or a highlight reel, you can apply our bounce animation and then add small offsets for emphasis. Before we wrap up the technical side, here are a couple of essential troubleshooting tips. If that scale 0 bug pops up where the word is still visible, remember to switch that value to 1 immediately. If your motion blur looks a little choppy, try increasing that shutter angle setting a bit more, or just render a quick preview. And if your captions feel too long on screen, go back to that 7-character max per line setting for a punchier rhythm. That tighter rhythm is perfect for the fast-scrolling nature of all short-form platforms today. So, to recap the whole Premiere process: transcribe, convert captions to graphics, apply. Transform with scale keyframes. Then ease the animation, add motion blur, and finally, copy-paste that effect across all your other captions. For the volume work, use Vizard to auto-bookmark those viral moments and schedule your clips so you can post consistently without burning out. If you want, I can make a separate deep dive showing exactly how I move Vizard clips into Premiere for custom animation. Or I can do a full walkthrough just focusing on Vizard's auto-schedule and content calendar features. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. If you tried this technique, drop a comment below. Tell me what fonts and colors you used, or if you want a preset pack that I can share with the community. Also, let me know if you want a full tutorial dedicated just to keyframes and curves. I can definitely make that video next. Until then, good luck with all of your edits, and keep happy creating. Peace out!